I don't even got a boyfriend like that.
Guys, I could not make any Saturday night party videos because I was really exhausted, but I was enjoying what I was watching. But the after party drama, I need to talk about it. I need to talk about it. So Z and her boo-boo Young Papy were having a very good moment after the party. They were in the dressing room and having a time where they shared the lip moments. You know, it was all and I'm like, oh my god, you guys are just playing with saliva. It's disgusting. But you know, maybe it was jealousy, but whatever. I really don't care. Oh my god, it was really nice seeing this to getting cozy. But soon enough, that enjoyment, that love sharing with the lips soon ended because they started having an argument. They started fighting over something I later discovered is I really don't like what it seems like to me. So it turns out Young Papy is very uncomfortable with the fact that Z has a guy outside. And he was like saying, after all this thing is done, all this is done, you now go back to him. Like, since he's in the picture, is that why you're not giving me your all? Or you're not all in 100%? You just, partly. You give me such green light, but then I just feel like something is missing. And she's like, who is him? Who is him? And she's like, oh my God, I'm not even having a man like that. I don't have a boyfriend like that. I'm not dating. I don't have a man. But yes, there's been a guy I've been talking to. It's more or less coming off as there's someone I've been talking to and we've been getting so close, but I'm not dating per se. And like, why are you really getting worked up over all this stuff, right? And then, of course, he kept looking at her as this girl's just using me to play or something. Soon enough, he stood up, carried his drink I was drinking, and she walked away. I'm like, oops, girl, what's happening? But I know that was not going to be the end of this particular talk, because soon enough, we saw them in bed and Z was talking to him about the conversations that the both of them had from the beginning of the show. When they started getting really close, she and him, they had several conversations, and most of this conversation, especially during that beginning period, surrounded around the fact that she said that the both of them, one way or the other, would have had somebody they've been talking to before entering into the house. And days in the house feel longer or don't seem like just 24 hours. So they shouldn't get to the point of being delusional of the game they are playing and the fact that they need to get out of the house to be sure of what it is they had. And he was like, you know what? Yes, I know, and I remember we spoke about some things during the beginning of the show, but you cannot tell me that you can control how a person's heart feels or how feelings can now change the narrative. And to be honest, when he said that, I was like, I understand this, but why is Young Papy coming off as though he has already told her? It's more or less like, I've told you that my girlfriend is inconsequential and I could drop her this minute, but I need you to drop that guy and every other guy you're talking to, since you said you're not dating, and let us focus on each other. And as sensible as that seems, it is quite selfish and very manipulative. Now, manipulative of the other people that they're talking to, because like, is it because you guys came and spent 2 months plus in the house, so you need to just dash or step on the emotions of other people? Like, basically, I really respect what Z is saying, that you should not be delusional about it. It's all a game. The only time we're going to be sure of what this is when we get out of the house. And I really like that. I really, really like this. But why do I feel like, as much as they're sweet to each other outside of the house, it will become a little bit more strenuous because now they'll see more people, especially the girl. And I know he can give up his girl and other people just for her. But is she willing to do that? Is she willing to let go of the potential of what might be able to be just because she wants to, spend time and be with Young Papy? Now, who knows? Let's stick around and see how that goes. And just to round up the Z scenario for the last night's after party, we noticed how in Sinai got a bit more closer. We're having random conversations. I think they went to drink water and take ice cream. And then, Sinai was like, do you think you're still going to be my friend after the house after all of this? And she's like, yeah, of course. I really don't mind. I really would like that. But unless your girlfriend is like, nah, I don't want this girl in the picture. And Sinai was like, he's sure he cannot lie to Z. Yes, except she doesn't want it. But he knows that his girlfriend is not like that. She's not like the kind of person that would say, don't be friends with other females. Because to him, it just feels like any girl who is like that is just not confident in herself and has a lot of self-esteem issues. And I couldn't agree more. But let's see how that goes. They might still be friends, or the girlfriend would actually say, you're way too close with this girl and I don't like it. But one thing I respect is the fact that Sinai respects a valuable relationship with Z, and they respect his girlfriend who he has been with for who knows how many months or years. Because you cannot just come and sacrifice a relationship because you met someone new in Big Brother's house.
I'm talking to you.
Raise your voice. Keep speaking louder. Speak louder.
I'm talking to you.
Is that
I'm talking to you.
Point at me. Speak louder.
How? Wait,
I'm not a
my
nigga. I'm a flyest nigga.
I'm not a nigga.
Maybe I must engage you.
Yeah.
Maybe I must come up to you.
Do you guys want to know what is funny about this particular fight between Makhekhe and his puppeteer? What do you call him? Papa Ghost. Because that's, I'm not using my words. It's the words of the public and the housemates in the house. Is that Papa Ghost is a puppeteer and Makhekhe is a puppet to Papa Ghost and Lerato when she was around. And now, why I said what is funny is, right now that these two people are fighting, none of the housemates is trying to stop anybody. None of the housemates is trying to say anything. They're not even laughing at the funny English that Makhekhe is speaking. Because this has been a long time coming. We knew that one day the slaver will get a rebellion from the slave. Anyways, so Papa Ghost and Makhekhe fought, and what caused the fight? Before now, Liema and Makhekhe had actually had a fight, and this fight was surrounded around something he said towards her, and of course housemate trying to caution her and caution him at the same time. I'm going to get into details of their fight in the next video, but we then noticed that I think while Makhekhe was dishing food, he said something to Sinai and it felt a bit tacky, right? But Sinai didn't really react per se. And then Papa Ghost from nowhere just came into the picture. I was like, why are you attacking Sinai? Because Liema has left your drama, has left your fight and your tackiness and your anger, and you're trying to. And Makhekhe was like, I don't understand. Why are you flying? Why are you flying from one place to another, jumping into a topic that doesn't concern you? Why are you jumping into our talk? I'm talking to you. And then soon these guys started going at each other. I mean, they faced each other around 2 times. It felt as though it was just a little bit of restraint that was making Makhekhe not to punch him or for them to engage in a fist fight. And it just felt as though Papa Ghost is on a mission to trigger people to make them do something that will get them disqualified. That's how he felt like, because this guy kept triggering Makhekhe so much that I'm like, Oga, the person with the talk to badly, Sinai, talk anything. You come for person face, I'm talking to you, I will do it. Express your anger. You're just so angry every time. This was your Papa Ghost telling Makhekhe, you're always angry and everything. Show yourself. At this point, of course, Makhekhe doesn't know how to use English to, transform or translate and express himself as much as possible. But for every word he says in the South African language, he'll translate it. And I really understood that. It's just so really unfortunate that Papa Ghost of all times will come and, infuse himself in something that doesn't concern him. And I think at this point, Makhekhe should also tune it down, basically, and ignore all this rubbish that people are doing and, just focus on the fact that it's remaining just 1 or 2 weeks, 1 more week, and the game is over. If he's going to win, let him win. Now I see why Mark Jr. really avoids Papa Ghost. It's just crazy.